At my 10th birthday party, a clown asked me, "Are there any police officers here?" "Yeah," I said, pointing at my Uncle Finley, who was talking to my dad by the grill. The clowns grabbed my shoulder gently but firmly and said, "Come with me." I followed him away from the party because he was the entertainment, and I figured maybe he needed help with a magic trick or something. We walked past the tables full of presents and pizza to where his white van was parked on the street. He opened the back doors and pulled out a wrapped gift about the size of a shoebox. "Promise me you won't open this. Give it straight to your parents and don't let your uncle see it." He pressed the box into my hands and his voice sounded serious, despite the red nose and rainbow wig. "What is it?" I asked, confused, because weren't clowns supposed to be funny and not freaky? He just shook his head and climbed into his van. No goodbye or explanation. He drove away before I could ask anything else, leaving me standing there holding this present that suddenly felt heavier than it should. I walked back toward the party trying to figure out what just happened. Uncle Finley spotted me before I made it to the gift table. He'd been a cop for 15 years and had this way of noticing everything even when he was off duty. His German Shepherd K9 partner Duke was with him because Duke went everywhere Uncle Finley went, even to family parties. "Where'd you get that gift, kiddo?" He used his friendly voice, but his eyes were doing that cop thing where they examined every detail. The clown gave it to me. I tried to walk past him to find my parents, but Duke suddenly started going crazy. The dog barked louder than I'd ever heard him bark before. His whole body tensed up and he pulled against his leash, trying to get to the present in my hands. Duke was trained to find drugs and bad guys, so seeing him react like this made everyone at the party stop and stare. "Let me see that box." Uncle Finley's voice changed from friendly to serious cop mode. I held the present tighter because the clown had specifically said not to let my uncle see it, but Duke was barking so loud that my dad and mom came over to see what was wrong. Other parents were grabbing their kids and moving away from us. My birthday party was turning into some kind of crime scene. "It's just a present." The clown said to give it to mom and dad. I tried one more time to get away, but Uncle Finley wasn't having it. "Duke only acts like that for one reason. Hand me the box now." He used his police voice that even grown-ups listened to. I gave him the present because what else could I do? Everyone was watching and Duke was practically foaming at the mouth trying to get to it. Uncle Finley set it on the picnic table and carefully unwrapped it while my parents stood there looking confused and worried. Inside was another box. Then, inside, that was a plastic bag filled with white powder. A lot of white powder. Even at 10 years old, I knew what it probably was because of TV. Uncle Finley's face went dark as he held up the bag of coca. But why did he give it to them? Where did this clown come from? He turned to my parents, who both looked like they'd seen a ghost. My mom started crying and my dad's hands were shaking. That's when I learned something I wasn't supposed to know yet. My parents were recovering drug addicts. They'd been clean for 5 years, which was before I was old enough to remember the bad times. But someone knew about their past and needed to tempt them for money, so they sent a drug dealer dressed as a clown to my birthday party.